Hello, everyone, and welcome to another wonderful episode of Fate and Folly, The Chosen Ones, a fable about four souls and the threads of fate that bind them, who are destined to save a dying world. And allow the cast to introduce themselves.
Hello, I am 2Js, and I am playing August Flowers, the Paragon Battlemaster, or Beastmaster Ranger.
Hello, I am Orphanage Arsonist, and I am playing Violin Rakma, the Intelligence Sorcerer Fighter.
Hello, I'm Block, and I will be playing Agathor, the Elephandict / sorcerer.
I am Winter, and I am playing Linnea, the succubus bard.
And I am Diddy, your DM. So last time, the Chosen Ones engaged in combat with Gortosh and his demon disciples. August ended up doing a ton of damage to Gortosh, and Violin finished him off, leaving Agathor feeling a little bit underwhelming. Violin managed to steal a voodoo doll from Gortosh, and the Mephits inevitably burned Agathor and Violin very badly. Nafe ended up breaking August's crossbow and leaving it in the snow to be swept away later. Agathor used Plot Point to regain his standing and from being downed, and was able to start an avalanche by tapping into this pulsing energy within him. Violin managed to use Misty Step to avoid the avalanche. Meanwhile, Linnea created this kind of weave basket that caught the rest of the party, who managed to save themselves by creating a massive spike by August to then basically get themselves the rest of the way off of the cliffside and away from the avalanche. Violin then kind of studied and learned about his voodoo doll, whereas August and Agathor had a heart-to-heart about what's going on and Agathor's feelings. You all slept in the stable house and had a long rest, had a nice breakfast of eggs and such, and had some downtime where Agathor studied his Hellraiser sword to try to absorb fire, but failed in doing so, but something he might consider doing in the future. He finally made it out of the mountain labyrinth to the town of Icecap. You thought the town seemed to be in some kind of disarray, and people were also being kept in cages there by a big bonfire. This is when you were ambushed by three Yetis, Floof, Fluffy, and Spike. Turns out they're vegetarian, but there's no food left, so they resorted back to eating meat. But the tribesmen are not good people, so they shouldn't really feel bad about eating them. And they've been arguing about how best to cook them. The townsfolk are actually innocent here. They had lost their town to the tribesmen. The party then interrogated the tribesmen prisoners, had a heated debate about what to do with them, and then ultimately Agathor burned them all alive. The Yetis then bestowed the Song of the Yeti with some cold damage onto two weapons, the elemental bow of August and the whip that belongs to Violin. The previous plot point belonged to Agathor. This session's plot point belongs to August.
Let's go!
Start things off. You guys are in Icecap, the town just outside of the mountains of Barbadia. The Yetis, Floof, Fluffy, and Spike are still there. The townsfolk are now kind of joining the group now that the tribesmen are dead and you guys don't seem to pose a threat. You'd think burning people alive would be threatening, but, you kind of solved their problem for them. You cooked them, so there you go. And yeah, people are kind of joining back in together, and you guys are kind of left in this situation and the fallout of what just happened.
Well, I guess we'll move on to, Icecap. Or
Yep.
no, wait, we'll move on to Frostbite.
Yep, they're dead now.
Yep, nothing to do about that, except for definitely gonna have to talk about this at some point.
Nothing to talk about.
Ultimately,
Shut up.
it didn't really matter this time, because it seems the town folk are leave, but at least put it to a vote next time. We could have, you didn't have to, then you burned them, let's just go.
car to make my way back to the airship.
I really thought the discussion was going to last a lot longer. Okay. While you guys are heading back to the ship, the Yeti's Floof is going to step forward and stop you briefly. You guys don't want to stay and eat? And you can see that the tribesfolk and, the Yetis are now, using flaying knives and, partitioning portions of the tribesmen amongst all of them and greedily enjoying themselves a nice, freshly cooked meal. And he's looking at you holding a plate of very likely some kind of thigh muscle. Do you want something?
No, I'm okay.
No,
Agatha will take a plate.
Okay. You enjoy.
Will do. Continues walking.
Alright, well, you guys are heading to Frostbite, you said, right? Hello? Yes?
Yes.
that's where we're
Sorry.
headed.
Yes, we are.
Well, it's a big landscape, barren landscape from here to there. So just be careful of other wandering tribesmen, okay? And any of the beasts of the frozen wastes,
Well, I'm sure the tribesmen won't be of too much issue for us.
No, probably not.
If only there was somebody we could ask about their combat capabilities. It's a shame.
No, you could have
Right,
asked
they're-
these tribesmen, but they're dead now.
I mean, if you were really interested, you could probably ask the Yetis who fought them.
The Yetis who fought them,
Oh yeah,
or the men who know what they're talking.
we just blended in with the snow and ambushed them like we did for you.
It's quite an effective method.
Let us head back.
Okay, good luck. Thanks for cooking our food.
No problem.
Thank you for your hospitality.
Okay, and you guys head back to your airship and begin on your adventure forward.
Mm-hmm. So,
Okay,
how good is this food?
I mean, you cooked it, so how do you like your steak?
I think it's a little crispy.
Probably a little
It's crispy on the outside.
Raw on the inside.
What do you like your steak there, Agathor?
D10. 7 out of 10. Not bad. 7 out of 10.
Okay.
Pretty good.
It hits the spot.
Hits the spot. Yeah.
All right, so you guys begin your adventure.
Wait, hold
northward.
on, wait. Agathor is eating human right now?
Yeah,
Yes.
why not?
We're not even starving. I don't understand.
I mean, it's hardly different from any other source of food. I personally don't like mortal flesh, but it's not like Agathor is human.
You think we have animals in hell? What do you think we eat?
Fair
I
enough.
saw the animals. I saw the animals in hell.
Yeah, there very much are animals in hell.
Okay. And
So are you stupid, or I think you might just be stupid.
food is food.
Let us head back.
And it's not.
Hopefully,
It's not
hopefully you will
cannibalism.
fall off.
I'm not human, so it's not cannibalism. It's the
Lindy goes and grabs a fork, and she's about to go and enjoy part of the steak.
I'm gonna grab her hand. And
yeah.
just,
No. Sorry,
shake
but
my
nah.
head.
I don't think you want to eat this. It don't taste too good. It really don't.
But you're drooling.
That's just because
He likes yucky food because he's a yucky man.
Okay.
He has a condition.
It's called asshole syndrome.
asshole syndrome?
Yeah, it's contagious.
he's
I
a-
got it from
he's-
them.
He's a big butthead. Okay, let's go. We get on the we get on the airship.
You guys ascend into the skies in your airship, and you begin heading northeast, the direction towards Frostbite, where Agathor is feeling this kind of pull and guiding you guys there. Along your journey, if everyone can roll me a perception check.
I love perception. No, I do not.
I got a 21.
I got a nat 20 for 24.
Hell yeah.
I got a
I got a
15.
16. Didn't roll too well.
Okay, well,
Remind me, my dragon is in Frostbite, right? I think
yes, that's where you had deciphered that they're located. I think that was the map drew that for you. All right. Well, it's a group check. Whoever succeeded would tell everyone, anyways. You guys see a large mass of brown moving in the distance, and as you get closer, you see that they're large beasts, and they seem to be in a bit of a panic. You see the beasts are actually massive mammoths, and one of their calves is stuck in a pit in a net. You guys hear Nafe let out an audible gasp.
Is something wrong?
I don't know who is steering the ship right now, but if it's August, I would immediately, as soon as I saw that, start to land it, or tell whoever is flying to land it.
Okay, I can imagine you're starting to descend. Nafe looks to, I guess it was Linnea who asked, nobody in Barbadia, even the tribesmen, would dare to harm a mammoth. They are secret beasts of this land. As you're descending, you can kind of see the mammoths are huge, even the calf. And you get closer to the ground, there are a group of people that are heaving at the rope net, trying to lift the calf out and onto their ice skiff. The sail of their skiff bears a brand. There are 3 red claw marks, and atop it is a massive human handprint. August, you would recognize this to be the Wild's Bane, a brotherhood of poachers that seemingly have chapters in every country.
I would just look to the rest of the group and say, this is gonna be a fight. And pull out my bow, and, how close are we at this point? Are we within
Do we
120 feet?
Hold on. We have an advantage in the air. Do you think it would? I think it would be best to use this to our advantage, not?
Fine, we don't have to land, but I am gonna line up a shot.
Yeah,
If I,
August. Before you start shooting your arrows, you're good with ranged weapons, right? Use that on their vehicle. And I'll point to a giant ballista that nobody really uses.
Yeah, I was about to say the exact same thing. We use the ballista.
okay, I'll go to the ballista and take a shot at the skiff as suggested.
Okay, the range. Do you have the card I was using for this? I'm guessing not.
I can grab it.
Okay.
Give me 5 seconds.
It needs to be 120 feet at least. So I'll say that, yeah, you guys managed to stop because that's where you had set originally is 120. So you guys are 120 feet above these poachers. Do you guys get the episode title now?
Vaguely.
Yes.
Eggs Benedict is made up with poached eggs.
Oh my god.
Elephant.
elephants.
What's what's the plus to hit with a ballista, Arson?
I'm still
Plus
finding
6.
it.
Or did he?
Plus 6.
Plus
There
6.
we go.
I got a gentleman's 20.
Nice.
Okay. Crap. I gotta find that card again. These guys.
What are you
Yes.
looking for?
No,
What was that?
I'm looking for the enemy card.
Oh.
You're sorry. You're shooting at the
The boats,
Boat.
their
the
skiff.
skiff.
Or the skiff. Yeah, skiff.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, you can absolutely hit that for sure with that.
How much
It's
damage
3
does the
3d10.
ballista do?
3d10.
3d10?
Yes.
10 are always so hard to find. There's 10. 4. 15 damage to the boat.
Okay. Perfect. All right. I know this is really early, but we're gonna take a brief break because my guest just got here.
Yep.
All right. How
Sorry,
long?
guys. Just give me 5.
Just push back,
Okay.
everybody. Be right back.
All right. Sorry about that. We're back. So where we left off, August has just shot the ice skiff with a ballista, and that's kind of what we're getting through right now. Did 15 damage to it, and okay. I guess everyone's gonna roll me initiative now.
That makes sense.
Should we confirm? We should confirm that I am the one driving, because I don't think. Yeah, I am the one driving.
Sure.
'Cause I don't
If
have.
August
any-
is on the ballista.
I'm usually the driver, and I don't have any range that reaches out this far. So it
Yeah,
just
and
makes more sense.
I don't think Angry Man's gonna let me drive. So yeah,
I got a
This
24.
is also true.
I got a 14.
I got a 17.
Sorry, August, you got a what? 22?
24.
24. Agathor is a 14?
Yep.
Okay. Sorry.
And Rylan got a negative 17.
Liar. I'll eat you.
I mean, out of the 2 people in this party, I've actually eaten people. Your threats don't scare me.
Maya, get out of here. Come on, dog. Okay. I have the order. August, you just went, but it's actually your turn again.
Surprise, Rylan,
Okay.
baby.
So I know that we tweaked my bow a little bit, but does it still have the once a day ability?
That supercharge?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, since we're 120 feet away, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna center it on that group of Wildsbane people. So it'll get a 20-foot radius. I want to make sure to not hit the elephant, though. The mammoth.
Okay. There are... I would say there's probably 8 of them. Yeah, 8 of them that are currently grouped pulling the mammoth out, holding the net, the ropes to the net. 1 of them off to the side, and 1 of them that was on top of the ice skiff. So you can, yeah, I would say with how big is the radius on your shot?
20 foot.
I would say, yeah, I'll just do all 8 of them.
Alright, it is a DC 16 dexterity saving throw to take half of 66 poison damage.
Okay.
4, 6.
The sound,
See a lot of 5s, 6s.
the sound of dice roll.
Sorry, you said dexterity?
Yes, sir.
Or is that...
17.
Okay.
22.
And what was the DC again?
16.
Sorry. 16. Okay.
5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of the 8 of them fail.
So whoever failed takes 27 poison damage, and whoever passed takes half of that.
Okay.
For my bonus action, I will just tell Rocky to dodge if anything is fired at him. So if you target Rocky, attacks have disadvantage. If he is taking the dodge action. That's it for my turn.
Okay. All right. And what was the elemental damage you were doing?
Poison.
Poison. Okay. So, I know there was 27 for the ones that failed, but what was the damage for the other ones?
It would be half.
Half of 27, so it would be 13.
13. Okay. Jesus.
Ooh, I guess I could flavor this while you're marking all of that. Basically, August just pulls back his bow and it turns like a sickly green color. And, as he looses the arrow, it basically just, turns into like a... almost like a water balloon looking bubble of poison that just pops on all of them that makes contact.
Nice. Okay. So, of the 8 of them that were in that group, 5 of them managed to not be able to escape the bubble. 3 of them managed to kind of just step outside and only take some damage, but quite a lot, to the point where they're bloody. However, 5 of them didn't escape, and they're hacking and coughing, blood spewing out from all their orifices, and they collapse to the ground, dead. So there are 5 poachers remaining, and 3 of those 5 are severely injured.
Wait, how many were there total?
10.
Oh, okay, okay. I thought you had said 8. Oh, you said there was 2 to the side. That's right. Never mind.
Exactly, yeah.
So there's 5 left?
Yes.
Or 8 left with 3 very injured?
No. 5 left, 3 of them very injured.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I am done with my turn.
Okay. Next up is there was one that was off to the side that wasn't on the skiff, kind of presumably the one giving the orders. And he's got this little fancy hat with a feather on it, and he looks up to you guys, and you're too far away for him to really yell anything, but he kind of like points a finger at you like, you, when he's really upset. But he basically orders a retreat, and you see him gathering up his troops, his remaining poachers, and they abandon the nets and climb aboard their severely damaged skiff and begin to attempt to make an escape. I'm going to say him gathering up his troops and getting his ship set ready to sail is going to be his action. They haven't quite left yet. Perhaps when it gets to the poacher's turn, they'll be able to get themselves ready to leave, but they're still stuck where they are. Violin, your go. Please roll me a perception check to start your turn.
It's the sheet. Perception will be a 13.
Okay.
Did you see my comment?
That's
Oh,
Your
hey, welcome
comment.
back.
My initiative is 12.
You would be... here. Okay, thank you. Alright, 13. Violin, you notice that there was kind of a gleam from the scabbard of the leader of these poachers. It's the one with the fancy hat with the feather on it. And you recognize that this silver longsword once belonged to your mother figure, Vinaniti.
Quick question. Does the Aggie of the Skies have like a sound system? Like, if I wanted to, could I speak into like a speaker that it's gonna project my voice down to them?
Sure, why not? For roleplay's sake, let's say that you can do that.
Great. Let me double check to make sure I still have this spell, because if I don't, cry. Isn't. Okay. Well, you know what? Second best option is gonna have to do that. I'm gonna cast Enemies Abound. So I'm gonna need an intelligence saving throw from the captain.
Intelligence saving throw from the captain.
What is the range on that?
120 feet.
Oh, how convenient.
Wait,
All right, that
driving
is
the
a
ship
7.
then?
It's a 7. And he's not immune to the frightened condition, is he?
Nope.
Great, so he can no longer tell the difference between friend and foe and regards us, as well as all of his crew, as enemies. Every time he takes damage, he gets to repeat the save, ending the effect on a success. He has to choose a target at random from the ones that he can see within range for his attacks, spells, and abilities. Basically meaning he can only attack his friends, because I assume he doesn't have a ranged weapon on him if he's fleeing. If an enemy provokes an opportunity attack, they have to take it, assuming they can.
Okay.
That's
It's just a
so
lot.
much better than I thought it was.
It's a lot to
Basically-
take in, but you just tell me what things that need to happen.
Anytime
It's not
his
a-
friends... Does he have a ranged weapon?
No.
Okay, so he's gonna get to pick from his friends randomly. On his next turn, he gets to pick randomly from his friends which one he wants to attack.
Yeah, but that's a
If
long way
anybody
away.
attacks-
Let's worry about that afterwards.
That's basically it.
You remind me when
Um,
he's going to attack his friends.
We don't know what. No.
Also, I'm gonna spend a sorcery point to get a mind sliver off on a random motherfucker. Just, anybody but the captain. And I'm gonna tell
Mind
my
Sliver
friends
doesn't
not
have
to.
long enough range.
That's true. It's only 60. And chill touch isn't. Oh, I could quicken spell it for basically the same price. I'll chill touch somebody instead. And anybody but the captain, and I'm gonna tell everybody, do not touch the captain! He's under my control! Does a 23 hit the healthiest looking poacher?
Yes.
He is going to take 16 damage, and he cannot heal until the start of my next turn.
Okay. So, Violin managed to somehow frighten. What does it look like to him that makes him so frightened? Does he
It's
just
not
see
that he's-
something in his mind?
Suddenly he thinks that all of them look up to us and nod, and then turn to him and pull out their swords. And he
I
takes
see.
that
So
as like,
he's paranoid. He thinks everyone's
Yeah,
out to
he's-
get him.
he thinks everybody's out to get him.
Okay. All right. So he suddenly just his sword was in his scabbard. He pulls it out and he's just kind of holding it up, yelling. You can presumably hear, hopefully, that he's yelling, stay away to his comrades. Meanwhile, the other
120
one,
feet isn't that far. We could probably hear whatever he's saying.
one of them is caught up in his feet are now frozen to the deck, and trying to pry his feet loose. He managed to do a lot of damage to himself with your chill touch. Is chill touch necrotic or ice?
It is necrotic. It's necrotic.
Damn it. Okay.
I was gonna say it's not ice.
He just feels his soul dying internally.
Yeah.
Okay. Agathor, your turn.
Alright,
I cast manual breathing.
I have a question for you, DM. If I were to jump or fall, and I used my seal placing teleportability before I hit the ground, would I still take the fall damage? Or would I still take the fall damage I already felt?
Why is your seal like a certain distance you have to make it before you can cast it?
Yeah, it's 30 feet.
Yeah, 30 feet. That's beyond halfway point, bud. That's huge. You got so much momentum.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying so. Like, that's what I'm saying. Will I take the fall damage from the feet that have already fallen?
I would say you would roll dexterity at disadvantage, taking full damage if you save, half damage if you, or sorry, full damage if you fail, half damage if you save.
All right. Now another question: would I be mitigating 30 feet of that by doing the teleport?
You would only have to roll damage for 90 feet. No, yes, 90 feet.
Perfect.
And what is it? A D6 for every 10 feet or something like that?
Yeah. All right. So.
All right, so that'd be 96 damage.
All right.
Half if you save it.
Yeah.
We're gonna say it a DC 16 dexterity saving throw.
All right. Cool. So here's what Agrifold does on his. He's not really a ranged option, and all his ranged options aren't that long range yet. So Agathor is going to just do a quick run leap off the edge. Right when I get within 90 feet of shoot, now the captain's in his control. You said they have a sail, right? Like an actual sail?
Yeah, they have a sail.
I want to chromatic orb acid the sail at right when I get within 90 feet of the boat as I'm falling.
I thought you were doing a seal thing.
Oh yeah, I got to get within 30 feet of that. Seal's a bonus action.
Right, so it's a bonus action to place and teleport, or just place?
It's a bonus action to place, a reaction to teleport.
Oh shit, okay. Okay, so when you're down 90 feet away, roll me your spell attack. I know you're just attacking the sail, but you are falling.
Yeah.
So you can roll me an attack still.
Yeah, I still plan to roll an attack, yeah. I'm using my action, my bonus action, and my reaction in 1 to...
Yeah, everything.
That's a 21 to hit the sail.
Yeah, you hit it. So yeah, you burn that sail up with acid.
Yeah. I just want to roll damage to see. Oh. Just like 3d8.
It's fine. You hit it. You burned it enough that it's not going to be functional anyway. So.
And then once I get within 30 feet, bonus action seal on the captain, teleport, deck save, DC 16.
DC 16, dexterity saving throw at disadvantage.
Master of all things rolling. How do I roll 2 die at once?
Ah, see, that is a very interesting thing. I'll show you in a moment.
Okay, I thought you knew by hand.
I do, I just...
Oh, did that right. Well, the first roll was 18. Yeah, both. That's a 17 plus my dex, so 3. So the lowest is a dirty 20.
Lowest is a dirty 20. Okay. You managed to save, but you do take half damage.
Mm-hmm.
So it was 40. You take 20.
Alrighty. And then I teleport right behind the captain.
Wait, I thought you teleported to the captain. Does that impact his spell?
I have to place my seal on someone. So
Well, does that
As long as
affect?
He
As
is
long
now
as he
one
d-
of the targets. He can randomly choose.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, so long as he doesn't take damage, he's still under my spell.
and my seal
Got
doesn't
it,
do
okay.
damage. I have to place it on somebody in order to teleport.
No worries. I got it. Okay. Perfect. That's your turn then, Agathor. I'm not going to ask you if you got anything else to do because you fucking did everything.
Yep.
So, Linnea, you just watched Agathor jump out, burn their sail, teleport down, and he's amongst the enemies 120 feet below you. It is now your turn.
This dumbass! What is this guy thinking? 1 second while I double check something with a Wand of Wonder. What range is it again?
Even if the Wand of Wonder isn't gonna work, we do have a fucking cannon and a ballista.
Well, you've already used the ballista.
Yeah, it needs to be.
You have to. I think it's an action to reload it.
You know what? It's a target within 120 feet of me. I will choose one of the undamaged ones that's not the captain.
They're all damaged except for the captain.
Okay. I will choose somebody in the middle of the group of them. Let me see. I have to roll a D100.
Now, I will let you know that the captain is currently at the middle with Agathor next to them. And then the remaining 4 other poachers are kind of surrounding them. So if you're trying to get all the other poachers, you have to hit the captain in the middle.
That's okay. You know what? I'll hit the captain in the middle. That's a 15. Something
15
really
hits.
awesome. No, that's a 1 out of 100.
Oh, I see.
So something really awesome happens, and I'm so unbelievably awestruck that I'm stunned until the start of my next turn.
So you don't actually do anything, you just become stunned?
Yep. You are stunned until the start of your next turn, believing something awesome just happened.
Well, I mean, you did just see me jump off the ship, blast their sail, and then teleport down. So
That wasn't awesome. That was dumb.
It was still awesome. It was dumb and awesome.
You know what I'll say, Linnea? You're having a really good hair day. And you just catch a reflection in the little mirror, like the window. And you're just like, fuck, I look good.
That's fantastic.
Every once in a while, you forget how hot you are, and then you see a reflection like, damn!
I deserve love. Okay, Linnea, that was your turn then. It is now down to the poachers. So there are 4 of them that are severely injured, who have now seen Agathor just suddenly appear amongst them. Their captain is currently swinging their sword wildly, keeping them at bay. I'm going to say the most injured of them is going to try to somehow get this ship going, while the other 3 are going to go and attack Agathor. So Agathor, that's going to be these guys each.
If any of them leave from beside the captain takes an opportunity attack against one person.
No, they're all
Aren't
going
even
within melee of the captain at this point.
But never leaving.
No, yeah, exactly. They're just stepping into it to attack Agathor. So they're going to be right next to the captain, who will now have an even choice. Before it was going to be just Agathor, but now because the other guys are getting closer, he could equally attack any one of them. But there are going to be 3 of them that are going to go and attack Agathor. That is 20 plus 5. Alright, that is a 15, a 16, and a natural 1.
That all misses.
All misses. They all kind of just stumble up. The natural one, I'm gonna say, actually did manage to provoke the attack of opportunity from the captain, who's now going to attack his buddy, and that is going to be. Oof, that's a good hit. Okay, that's going to be damage. Actually, doesn't matter what I roll. Yeah, so 3 of them step forward to attack you, Agathor. 2 of them just whiff. You just adeptly dodge them. And the other one manages to kind of step too close to their captain, who then just skewers them through with the silver longsword, and he falls down dead. There are now only 3 poachers remaining. One of them has gone to the helm, and they are going to roll... Oh, that's pretty good. That's a dirty 20. They managed to get the skiff moving slightly. The little remainder of their sail is kind of propelling them forward.
Wait. Silvery barbs.
Not
Okay.
No, that doesn't have.
Oh, does it not have a 120?
I'm pretty
I
sure
think
it's like 30
feet.
feet. I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Maybe.
It's 30 feet.
The next roll would have been a 19 anyways, so...
It's 60, but it's fine.
Okay.
No, yes, 19 anyways, that's...
What I was going to say, though, he's moving it forward, but it's basically at walking pace. So it's getting them all going, at least, but they're not going very fast. But yeah, they are slowly making their way out. It is now moving. But that is the end of the poacher's turn. In the chaos of what is happening, the mammoths have seen that their enemy has released their calf, who's still stuck in the net, but some of the bigger mammoths are pissed about what's going on. So they're going to charge the skiff and everybody on board. So everyone on board must succeed on a DC 18 strength saving throw. That includes you, Agathor. And all of my bandit friends.
You said a DC what?
18 strength.
Is the captain going to take damage regardless of success or failure?
I imagine so. Yes.
I'm going to need him to... Then I need him to make an intelligence saving throw as well.
Okay. That is a 17 intelligence.
What's my... fuck, he passes. He's no longer under my spell.
Okay.
I got a dirty 20 for my strength save.
Nice. Let me see the bandits. Dexterity plus 3. 2 of them save.
Oh god, I just looked at my rolls. I'm rolling pretty good today.
Okay, I'm gonna say the captain was one of them.
Yeah, no, that's pretty average. Never mind.
That means they're going to take 4d10.
A lot.
Am I taking half? Because I passed?
That's going to be 30 damage for those that failed and 15 for those that saved.
40, 10, and 30. That's a pretty good roll right there. So how many other people just died?
Yeah, it's a good question, isn't it? Yeah, so the mammoths charge forward, disintegrating the remainder of the skiff, sending many of them flying. All of the poacher minions are trampled and killed. Agathor takes some damage and gets bucked away. And the captain also takes some damage and also bucks away, but he is still the only one standing.
Oh, actually, damn, question.
Yeah.
Would the mammoth charge be considered a melee attack? Or like a natural weapon attack or something like that?
Yeah, it's their natural tusks and stomping. I would say it's a natural weapon.
Ah, wait, never mind. I think it has to be an ally. Crap. Would the mammoths be considered an ally to me? Right?
Not in this case, because they just hurt you.
Dang it. I was gonna let them use the consume seal, but okay.
Alright, right, so it's just the captain. The mammoths kind of circle back, and they're now surrounding protecting the calf that's stuck in the net in the pits. So all that's remaining is the captain, and we're back to the top of the order, August. However, the captain is very fearful, so we're going to play this more not as initiative order, but now role play. What do you guys do in this situation? We're going to say combat is over.
Immediately, August yelled down to Agathor, restrain him, Agathor! I need to ask him questions.
August, come take
And
the...
then,
August, you must take the helm.
What?
You must take the helm.
The helm?
The helm.
I can't drive this thing. I've never seen one of these in my life.
They're not
Can you
tank.
drive?
Just land us. I need to get down there anyway. I can calm the elephants, or I can calm the mammoths and talk to the captain.
I'm gonna land.
As soon as we land, I will, for free, since I can do it once a day, cast Speak with Animals, and just immediately run towards the mammoth, hands up, clearly non-hostile. Just, the threat is over. The threat is over. We have this under control. I'm sorry they disturbed you.
Alright, roll me persuasion.
I can't do animal handling.
Fine, I allow you to use animal handling.
Okay, thank you. You're so kind. Oh, thank God. It's a 16 instead of a 9.
Okay. They do seem to kind of stop, like they were doing this kind of trample thing, causing a whole bunch of snow to kind of flow up in the air, creating like a cloud around them. They have seemed to calm down a little bit. They're shifting uneasily, but they don't seem like they're on the brink of charge.
I know that Vylon wanted to leave the captain alive as well, so I'm just going to continue to, between me and Rocky, remaining very calm and cool and trying to, like, lead them away, I'll let Vylon ask his questions first, and then I'll rejoin the group after I calm down the mammoths.
So mammoths aren't going anywhere because they're surrounding their currently stuck calf.
Okay,
So,
well, in that case, I didn't know it was still stuck. Can I redo that and say that I will attempt to start freeing the calf?
I'm going to say your action of trying to calm them is kind of what's happening, and then it's going to be violent, because otherwise it's taking too much time for them to subdue the prisoner. So we'll get to you trying to get the calf out, but it's going to happen around the same time as them dealing with the prisoner.
Works for me.
Okay, so Agathor, Violin, and Linnea, I guess, unless any of you want to go help August with the mammoths, you guys are currently engaged with the captain of the poachers.
I would like to cast Charm Person.
Okay. I'll say Nafe went with you then for August, just so you have a partner. Okay, you get Charm Person. That requires me to make a Charisma saving throw?
Wisdom.
Wisdom saving throw.
I'm gonna search for the sword, and immediately once I know where it is, just psionically pull it to me.
Okay. That was a 16 on a Wisdom saving throw.
He also has disadvantage. Sorry, I forgot to mention that.
He has advantage.
No, disadvantage.
Disadvantage? Why is he at disadvantage? Charming a person that's being attacked, wouldn't that be advantage?
Oh, okay, it becomes normal then.
Oh,
Because
okay.
all of my charm spells that have
Right.
played through my musical instrument are disadvantage saving throws.
Got it, okay. And then you also have the Ring of Mistletoe now, which does the exact same shit. I didn't know that, by the way. I thought I was making a really cool item for you.
That's okay. And also, he fails to save anyways. DC 17.
Yeah, well, his disadvantage roll was a natural 1, so... Okay, but 16, he fails anyways. Okay, so he's charmed. He thinks of you guys as friends.
Alright, darling. Now please answer any questions my friend might have. I'll give him a little pat on the cheek.
I'm looting.
Oui, oui, absolutely. Whatever you want, Madame,
What
your
could we kill them?
beauty.
Where
Your
did you
beauty
get-
knows no bounds.
Where did you get this sword?
Oh, this is a gift I got from the famine and yes, from the famine. You see, I was part of the team that captured the dragon and the rider on the dragon. And as recompense, I got many golds, but also got this sword.
Tell me everything you can about the defenses that hold the dragon in.
The defenses they hold the dragon? What are you talking about? The defenses are the dragon.
What do you mean?
It is very clear.
Does the dragon work for famine?
The dragon works for famine.
Of its own free will or mind control?
I don't know the details. It's just a little minion that goes out and hunts the beast. See, we are great people. We work for the, crap, what's our names? The Wild Spain. You see, I am the captain. Go. Escargo. And you have the honor of being in my presence.
I will crush him like escargot under my boot.
I need to turn to Linnea. I'm gonna turn to Linnea.
I will enjoy that, my lovely. You are beautiful. You can squish me anytime.
Oh, I know you would. Sorry,
I
you were
do
saying,
see you
Myron.
have a wedding band on your finger. That is not a problem, oh, sorry.
So I know that we need to interrogate him. He has answered all of my questions. Once he answers yours, just call me over. I do need to kill him, preferably slowly. So yes.
You hear
I have no
Agatha off-
weapons.
You'd hear Agatha off in the distance. What gives you the right? As
He
he's,
enslaved my
as
mom.
he's looting the corpses.
Yeah, he enslaved my mom. Is that a good enough reason for you? Asshole?
Oh, they pillaged the town, sure, because it's your mom. It's fine, yeah, totally
Yes.
justified, yes.
Correct.
Looting the corpses.
So while you step away to kind of get a breath there, Violent, do you want to investigate your sword?
Yeah.
Roll me a... I guess just investigation. Or Arcana, whatever you want.
I'll take Arcana. I have proficiency in that.
I guess
Ooh,
it
it's
is
a
kind of
19.
magic.
26.
Okay. This is Mind Spike. You would know the name. It belonged to Venediti. It's a silver longsword. There's no real bonuses to it. It's just a regular longsword that's been silvered, so it can do that damage to those kind of those beasts that are susceptible to it. However, with each successful hit, it will build up a charge that, when released, will do a d4 of psychic damage equal to the number of successful hits. However, if it has a miss before you release it, then the charge resets and you, yourself, will take a d6 of psychic damage.
Oh, kind of like a momentum system.
Exactly. So you just keep hitting it, it charges up this big old blast, and then you say, on my next attack, I would like to release that psychic buildup. And then you can now do not only the slicing damage, but you can also do the psychic damage on top of that.
Interesting.
However, if you miss any time while it's charged up, it backfires and hits you.
Do I reckon I could wind my whip through the like around the handle of the sword in such a way that they'll be permanently affixed to one another?
That is another thing you'll have to investigate another time, my friend.
That's fair.
Okay. So that's happening. Linnea, is there anything else you wanted to talk to your newfound friend, Escar?
No, I really do not want to hear his voice any more than I have to.
Okay, so you just restrain him, And he's okay with it. In fact, he's like, "Oh, this is a little forward for me, but it's a good time. I appreciate a kinky lady."
Kinky lady.
Linnea
I'm gonna work
grabs
on a
Violin by
segment
the
from.
front of the shirt. Make it more painful than you were going to.
Not yet. I still need to talk to him.
So, August, you are approaching the mammoths. You've calmed them. What do you do or say to try to gain their trust to get access to the thing they're defending, their calf that is trapped?
I am going to let Rocky walk through very slowly, and then kind of just get to the mammoth and attempt to like nuzzle it and show it compassion so that they can see that the animal that was with me is showing compassion to their calf.
Okay, well, first of all, we're going to see if what happens when Rocky gets to the group of mammoths, not just kind of assume that he's going to get through the whole group. So let's roll me another animal handling check.
As he's attempting to go through, I'll just say he's with me. He's really nice. He's a vegetarian. Oh, that's a 24. A 22, excuse me.
Okay, yeah, so they're more nervous about you, and they kind of seem to not pay attention to Rocky as he kind of just walks through. The ones on the inner circle will see him approach the calf, and we kind of nuzzle them and try to help with moving the net around for them.
Yeah, I was going to say, is it so complicated that I would have to assist, or is it simple enough that Rocky could just do it with his antlers?
It seems that in the panic, the mammoths got themselves more tangled than necessary. So it'll require some assistance, possibly some cutting away of the rope. But yeah, so Rocky's there. You can now try to approach, and I'll allow you to roll animal handling, and I'll give you a +2 for what you've done so far.
Okay. 30. Well, nope, a 22 again with that additional +2.
Okay. They begin to separate, kind of like the Lion King, parting a path, letting you walk through. You get this feeling that in this moment while you're walking amongst these mammoths, that if they decided that they were not going to trust you anymore, they could very easily kill you in this moment, and you would not stand a chance.
August isn't scared. He respects the fact that could happen, but he's used to handling animals that could easily turn on him at any second and just.
Okay.
But he definitely has a healthy respect for the fact that they could.
They could, yeah. Kind of respect them. Okay, yeah, so you managed to walk through. You get, and I would say that Nafe has kind of closely been behind you the entire time, so he's there to help you as well if you need him. And yeah, you guys get to the calf. I won't make you roll. Well, the last thing you're going to need to do is you're going to need to pull out, based off of what you're seeing, you're going to need to pull out some kind of sharp object to cut away this net. So, is there anything you want to tell them or warn them about? Because this is the last thing you need to do.
Yeah, I'll just say that. Exactly. I'll just be like, this is the last step. I need to pull out a knife to cut your child free. I promise I'm not going to harm it. And I'll just very slowly pull out like a hunting knife that August carries.
Okay. With your previous success, now that you've warned them and they see it coming out, they seem to be kind of tense up a little bit, and they, come a little bit closer, and they gather around a little closer. But with Rocky there, and with you putting a hand on the mammoth calf, you calm it down enough that you're able to cut everything away loose, nice and freely, and then the calf skips off very quickly to rejoin the herd. And August, the largest of the mammoths, steps forward and kind of gives you a bow. Very gentle, slow bow.
If it wants to speak to me, I can understand it, because I did cast Speak with Animals.
They don't seem to want to talk.
Okay.
They're, they have their. You feel like they're there. They can understand you. They could talk if they wanted to, but they're a very noble, majestic species, and they like their solitude and being just for themselves.
I honestly didn't know if you remembered that I had speak with animals, but seeing that, August will just do the same in return and say, "I'm glad I could help. We'll be heading towards the capital. I don't know if y'all know where that is, but we're gonna make
uses
sure
his trunk and kind of points over his shoulder the direction you guys were heading.
If you need any more help or if you see any more bad people, just look for the airship and make a really loud noise, and I'll come as soon as I can."
Well, he points to you and taps you right on the heart, on your chest, and he reaches up to his own tusk. And yeah, you think typical mammoths, the big old tusks, but this is like fantasy world, right? So he has multiple different tusks. Like, he is the leader, the alpha. So he has big old groups of tusks, and he kind of reaches up, and it's semi-painful, but he snaps one off, and he brings it down to you.
Okay.
To you, August, and he hands you this mammoth tusk horn. And this allows you to call for the herd if you were to need aid. However, you can only do this when you're within Barbadia. And it will do just one kind of massive trampling attack of a bunch of mammoths.
So basically, I can basically summon a mammoth stampede while I'm in Barbadia.
Exactly.
That's really, really cool. I bow deeper this time. Just say thank you.
At this point, Nafe is kind of bowed so far down that he's like, his chest is on the ground because he's a little chunky, and he's like dragging his face in the snow, trying to bow even further.
I tap him on the arm. I'm like, stupid.
I'm so sorry. It's all right. He looks embarrassed, and you guys, manage to sneak away, and the herd watches you go back to your group, and then they continue on with their lives. And you guys are left now with Escargot, who is currently bound and restrained by Linnea. And what happens next there, my friends?
Well, first, what loot do I find?
Yeah, we can go
what
for... You can go ahead and let
find? Considering how quickly these guys die, they're not exactly well equipped. So you'll find a couple spears, a couple scimitars, a couple nets, a lot of rope, like 100 feet of rope, and then grand total of 50 gold.
50 gold, jackpot! Yeah, I'm taking a net and the rope.
Okay.
I'll take Agathor. Will you grab me a net as well?
Yep, I got you.
And then there's Mind Spike, which is what Violet already picked up.
Yeah.
Alright,
Can I make my check to try and see if I can affix it?
This is all still in the kind of... That'll be your next downtime action.
Okay.
Kind of thing.
Right,
this is all the same kind of role play at time. So there'll be time for that, don't worry.
the only, I want to go up to the Escargot and is Wild Spring working with famine, or is it just your
It was just a temporary situation, helping them when they need the help. And now we just do our own thing. This is for us, you see. Mammoths, they fetch a hefty price. The people here, they are too weak. They will not fight. We are brave, we are Wildsbane. But, yes, it's quite... So, says you. But we are not successful apparently. This time. Very successful other times. And as he says that, you see that there are, like, mammoth hides kind of coated this this skiff. Well, what remains of the skiff, presumably to keep these guys warm through all of their treacherous deeds. Yes, yes. But we're not exclusively working for famine right now. Honestly, what we do, the wildlife dying is not good business, you see. But the mammoths, they roam. They don't eat very much, so we can hunt them. But the rest of the chapters, they are all over, hunting all over various things. Is there a name for the big leader that you would know of, August? Of the
that's a good question that I have not thought about. Let's just say his name would be.
Nope, we're not thinking of just a random name right now. Let's.
I can say a good name, like Serventus Ocelot.
Okay, I like that.
Does he have
as in SIR Ventus Ocelot, not like SCR Ventus?
Yeah.
ISIR?
Yeah, like as in he's a knighted person.
Oh, sir.
Like it's his title.
Ventus,
Sir,
as in V?
Yeah, V, as in violin.
Ventus.
Yes.
So Ventus Ocelot. Okay, perfect.
This Ocelot fellow better use a revolver.
Was he going to say something about Ventus, or did you just want to know that?
No, I was just curious about who it is, just if you had someone in mind. But like, yeah, the Escargot is not like the big leader. He's just the leader of this particular chapter. But if you want to know anything about Sir Ventus Ocelot, you just ask my friends. We are all part of the WASP.
Where is he?
Yeah. Where is he? That's a good question. The DM should have had that ready before you had asked the question.
You can just. We don't have to answer it right now. Just text me.
No,
He is in the location.
He is there. Where you need him to be? No, he's got chapters active everywhere. We are not so active over in Ruinor since the trees have come back to life. It's made things difficult again. You would know, you're a rabbit from there. But up here, it's free game, only the mammoths though, so a very skeleton crew. But many, many over in Quelia, and many more with Serventus himself down south in Finvar.
Thank you. That's very helpful. Violen, did you have any more questions?
Nope.
I slit his throat.
Well, I was hoping to draw that out a bit, but beggars cannot.
That's August's like mortal enemy. He's been like basically sworn to eliminate them. So.
Yes, but I do think Violen had a better claim.
I didn't hear that part. So
he did enslave my mother and one of my best friends.
I apologize. Agatha, it seems pretty.
A dead man is a dead man.
I also wanted him dead because he was French.
You know,
I thought it was because he was hitting on you. So,
in that regard, Violen, please step forward.
No.
Very well, then I will approach. I approach Violen. And just like they slapped me for killing somebody, I slap them. There we go. Now me.
I cast shield.
Bitch slap you. Cast it again, no reaction. I have 2 attacks. Let's go.
Shield stays up the entire time. Yeah.
Yeah, I still just have to roll hide him. Anyways, but yeah, just like he's. Yep. There we go. We're even now. Goodbye, hypocrites. I'm going back to the ship.
So, Agatha, you hit this kind of invisible force field around Violen, but you imagine you did what you needed to do. In your mind, you did exactly what you needed to do.
Yeah, I did exactly what he did to me. He tried to slap me. I shielded, so he hit my shield. I hit his shield. Same thing.
Okay.
Yep.
I follow behind Agathor, and I'm like, I know it seems weird, but it is necessary sometimes. Next time, can you just like warn us first? I know we debated a lot, and they weren't good people. Just
I mean,
say something first.
you didn't say anything before you slit his throat there, buddy.
It's
No,
I'll explain that.
Man,
Anyways,
I
yeah.
love this so much right now. Last session, why did you do that? Let's kill this man right here. Amazing.
We get back up on the ship and we fly away.
Okay. You guys regroup on the ship. Mammoths are gone.
Wait.
taken care of.
Before we go, is there enough sail left to collect the logo off of it? Can I just collect
No,
the logo?
that would have burned up. But I'd imagine you could find something on the ship that has a logo on it.
Yeah, just like a
Of the remainders of the ship.
Yeah, just anything that has the logo on it. I'm gonna tuck in my bag so I can reference it later if needed.
Okay. Okay.
As we get back
So you guys
to-
get back on the ship
Mhm.
and continue on your way towards the northeast to Frostbite. And during this time, everyone gets a downtime action. So we're like past the midday of your travel. Like that was kind of your early morning leaving, ice cap, midday. This interaction with the poachers, and now you're kind of late afternoon while you're doing your free action. So downtime. Let's go with Agathor. What are you doing with your downtime action?
Oh, I know over the course of a couple days, weeks, I've been training Lindy on throwing the knife, stuff like that. I want to give her like less of training, more. I just want to test her, see how well she's actually been doing, like how much she's retained with throwing. So I'm gonna stand in like down a hallway, and I'm gonna tell her, think of me as an enemy. I'm chasing you to take you down. You have to get away.
What's your AC?
17.
I love how every Agathor downtime is just people throwing or shooting stuff at him.
Well, see, that's the thing, though. If she's been learning correctly, she shouldn't be throwing it at me. She should be using it to get away.
Okay, so you're standing at the end of this. Well, you're in a very enclosed space on the ship, but with a little tiny mini alleyways you guys have around everything.
Yeah.
You see Lindy kind of just standing there sheepishly, kind of kicking at the various gravel on the metal floor, and she looks up at you. Okay, I'll show you what I got. I've been practicing. Okay, I'm gonna do my best. I'll do my best.
That's all I expect. All right.
And
Begin.
Lindy, she takes her training dagger out. Okay. Takes a deep breath.
Oh, no. She
Oh,
has
yeah.
the actual dagger. She has the actual dagger.
She has the lightning dagger, but she takes her training dagger out first.
All right. Oh,
Don't
okay,
worry.
Okay.
She throws her training dagger, and it goes like, I don't know, halfway, and just lands on the ground. Oh, no, wait. Right. I had the weight wrong. I'm used to using a real dagger. And she pulls out the lightning dagger. The teleport dagger.
Yeah.
I
And she
was gonna
throws
say,
it.
I think you're thinking of the last campaign.
Wrong one. Teleport dagger. She takes the dagger out and she whips it. It goes right past your head. Like, if Agathor had a beard, you have hair, you get a little bit of a shave. A nice little strip down the side of your head as the knife just misses you. Hits the wall behind you. Immediately, Lindy teleports to that dagger, ripping it out of the wall and diving at you from behind, stabbing you in the back of the shoulder, jumping off of you, and landing on the ground. As you're kind of crumpled to the ground, she runs forward, teleporting again, using her momentum to now pull the dagger out of your shoulder, doing additional damage to you, and landing behind you. And she kind of runs the dagger across her forehead, leaving a streak of blood. Is that good for you, Daddy Agathor?
Don't cut him that.
Okay, hold on. Out of character, don't do the daddy Agathor again. No.
But you're like your pop-up now. It's not a sexual thing.
Okay.
Little kids can call people daddy.
No, it's not that. It's not that. It's just your voice with it makes it seem.
Well, it's not meant that way. It's your fault. You're perceiving it that way.
It's just your voice. I'm sorry. Secondly, Agathor is like he's there on the ground for a second, not moving, not doing anything, and then you like everyone would hear the loudest woo you've ever heard, just like the loudest celebration noise you could possibly hear on the ship. And he's just like, yes, beautiful, perfect, that's exactly, good job, beautiful. Like he's just happy beyond all belief right now.
That was pretty dope, I'm not gonna lie.
It really was. Like
I rolled 4 attacks for her. She got a what was it? A 3, a 19, an 18, and a 17.
oh my, yes, beautiful.
Agathor, you also take 8 damage from what you did too.
Damn, with a dull training dagger?
No, that was the teleport dagger.
Oh.
She purposely flubbed it with the dull training dagger to kind of leave with this false expectation and then really showed up.
Yeah, I'm like, shoot, 8 damage. Oh, hey, that was beautiful. That was alright.
Alright, so as you celebrate with Lindy for her success, August, what are you doing with your free action? You might not be here right now, though.
Yeah, can we come back to me, please?
Come back to you? Okay.
Yeah.
Linnea, what are you doing with your free action?
Let's see. I don't really have much to do on the ship, so, let's bring up the egg again. I'll continue polishing that off and taking care of it.
Okay. Perfect. Violin,
You already know what I want to do.
you want to investigate your sword? Oh,
Yeah, I
with
wanna see if
the whip.
I want to see if I can't tie my sword to my whip, because I just upgraded the whip. The whip's cool. I want the whip, but I also want the sword. So I want to see if I can't tie wrap the end of the whip around the handle of the sword, so that way it's like not a morning star, but kind of sort of, a sword whip.
Roll me a. Ooh, yeah, that's fun. Okay, roll me Arcana.
That's where I'm liking.
Natural 1.
Unfortunately, it was a 26.
Oh.
Okay.
I've been rolling hot tonight.
Okay. You know that. Yes, you could possibly wrap it around and up the blade. It would dull the damage of your sword a little bit, but allow you to do some cold damage. Or alternatively, if you found a good smithy, you could kind of have a long sword that when you swing, it extends out like a whip, and that can kind of imbue both together. And it can be done a lot better where you still get a sharp edge, but the blade itself kind of segments and extends along the length of a whip.
I would still get the benefits of the Yeti song.
You would get everything in one. But the other way, if you just kind of do it yourself, you're going to get a very weakened sword with just cold damage. And no whip abilities of extending it.
I'll hold off for now, and wait until I can get that smithy. That sounds fucking. Can I also try and reach out? Can I make some sort of a check to try and reach out to Valos, or would that be not now?
No, the amount of time you had to spend on doing that. Like the thing is, I was going to allow you to do the sword kind of also in that same action, but
Yeah, that's.
if you're going to wait off,
fair.
then that's it.
That's valid.
Okay. August, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm gonna. The last couple of times I've tried to make the arrow out of those, out of the,
Griffin Feather and the Unicorn Horn?
yeah, but I'm
Okay.
giving up on that for right now, and I have a different plan.
Okay.
I would like to try and fashion the ho-ho-ho hand grenade to the end of an arrow.
Okay.
Ho, 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 hand
Shit. Okay, roll me Arcana.
Or can do.
Arcane Dome.
I have a +1 to this, so this could go very bad. I got a 19. It went
Okay.
really well for a dirty 20 total.
What's your typical range on your bow with your arrows?
150, 600 is the absolute most, though.
Jesus, okay. With the ho-ho-hole handy grenade attached to it, you're only going to get half of what your typical distance would be. So it would be 150, you get 75 feet.
Gotcha.
Max would be 300 instead of 600.
How much damage does that do again? Do you remember off the
I think
top
it
of
was
your
like
head?
10d10.
Okay. Got it. I don't have the revolver crossbow anymore. I can delete that. Thanks, Nafe.
Oh, poor Nafe.
As a matter of fact, I'm gonna make a. While I'm doing the downtime, I'm like, hey, Nafe, can you come here for a second, Nafe?
The kill.
And I'm
Absolutely.
just gonna-
What is it there, the boss man?
I just need you to hold this perfectly still.
I will not
Perfectly.
move. I swear on my life.
And I just jam an arrow into the grenade, and I'm like, well, that
It worked. It didn't explode the entire ship.
that worked well. Thank you, Nafe. Yeah, thank you.
Anytime there, the boss man.
Yeah, I wanted Nafe to be like really nervous as that happened. That was the idea.
Yeah, he was. As soon as you handed a grenade and took a stick and was shoving it into the grenade, yeah, he was very nervous. But yeah, you rolled well, so it worked. Okay, perfect. All right, so everyone's had a downtime action. You guys continue on your way. The sun begins to set behind you as you continue to fly northeast to Frostbite. Suddenly, you all hear a tremendous roar, followed by a wall of frost emanating from one central point. Your destination, Frostbite. Everyone roll me a perception check.
I got a 12.
I got a 13 this time.
You rolled 2 on the die? Dang.
Yeah, I did.
I only got a 13. I rolled a 3 on the die.
Come on, Violent.
I still have a passive of 20.
Me too, buddy. Me too.
What is violent?
Arson?
Arson! Arson.
We can safely assume that he got a natural 20.
Sure. No, so you guys don't really see. You have to get closer. So everyone roll me a perception check now. Again, closer to this destination.
Arson is having computer issues.
Alright, that's a 24 for me this time.
I got a 19 this time.
Okay.
Oh, could we have taken a short rest as we were traveling?
You could have. You could have if you weren't spending your downtime doing something.
Oh.
I guess short rest only needs to be 30 minutes, though, right?
An hour.
An hour, technically, but...
An hour? Yeah, I know, you did a downtime action, so that's kind of how I designate that, usually. Okay, so with your new perception check, in the distance, you can see what was probably a once great city, now completely covered in ice. You know what? I feel bad. Can we just give Arson a few minutes? Can we get a 10-minute break? This would kind of usually be when we take a little 10-minute break anyways.
Yeah, that's...
Alright,
Just because we lost Violin for a second there, so...
we'll be
Alright,
back,
folks,
guys.
give us a 10-minute break. We'll be right back.
Yeah, we'll be back, everybody.
Probably. We're back. Hello, everyone. Sorry about that. Some technical difficulties, and that unfortunately means we're going to have to cut the episode short today. So we'll be back again for our next session, probably in a couple weeks. Sorry about that, but that's just how things roll sometimes with technology nowadays. But thank you for joining, and we appreciate you, and we love you,